Like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification because at Get Right Results, there aren't any excuses, just results.
So my name is Andrew Stroback, and a little background about myself. I grew up playing sports my entire life, so I've always been doing a lot of physical activity. I went to Walk Hill Senior High School, graduated in 2018. I just finished up at Marist College in Poughkeepsie, New York, just graduated this past May with a degree in communications. And I also just finished a Army ROTC program, which was just a little training program that produces officers in the military. So I'm currently a second lieutenant in the Army, starting active duty in January. And on top of all that, I'm a certified personal trainer. So that's really the background about me.
Wow, nice. Now, why the military?
So pretty much all my life, I really valued service. Growing up, I was volunteer firefighter. So just a lot of community service things that I did. And I've had a lot of family members that have been in the military before me. So I kind of wanted to try to follow in their footsteps. And I wanted to specifically pursue the officer role because of the leadership that comes with it and also the challenge. And, just serving my country has been one of my dreams, especially being a effective leader in service. So that's really what I'm pursuing.
Awesome. And then why personal training and fitness?
So I'll kind of also explain how I got into fitness because this kind of leads up into why I became a personal trainer.
Okay.
So I started working out when I was a freshman in high school, mainly because of sports and because I was really, really skinny and really small. And I was kind of just tired of doing that. So I got a little workout set from my uncle, and my dad kind of taught me the basics of working out and all that. He had been working out for years, so he was kind of teaching me. And I caught what some call the iron bug. I kind of fell in love with working out, and I started making some really good progress. And people started coming up to me and asking me questions. And because I loved working out so much, one of my favorite things to do became answering these questions and sharing my knowledge with people about, working out and just fitness in general. So, I found out about personal training and how you can do it online and through Instagram and all that. So I pursued it and I got my certification done almost 2 years ago. And since then, I've just been, because I've fallen in love so much with helping people in terms of reaching their fitness goals. That was really the main reason that I pursued, personal training, getting that certification done.
Awesome. So outside of those few passions that you've listed, what are some other passions that you have?
So one, I already talked about it, was service. Just one of the biggest passions I had, volunteer firefighter, done a lot of community service things in the past, military and all that. But also the other passion I've had is the outdoors. I've been, doing activities outdoors pretty much my whole life. A lot of fishing, a lot of hunting, a lot of hiking. Hiking is one of my favorite things to do. I've gone on a lot of, hunting trips in the past, fishing trips. Sometimes I'll even get up really early and walk and hike up a mountain and watch the sunrise. Just, a lot of outdoor activities. So those are really my other passions aside from working out and fitness and all that.
Nice. And then what are some of your goals?
So some of my goals would definitely be to become a famous personal trainer and fitness influencer online, on social media and all that, just mainly for how big of a platform social media is nowadays and how much of an impact you can have on other people's lives. I started this little fitness page when I was, graduating high school, and it started off as kind of just a little place where I posted workouts and stuff, and it's kind of turned into a pretty big personal training page now. I've impacted a lot of people's lives so far. I'm nowhere near finished with my main goal of, making a major impact on as many lives as possible. But that really is one of my main goals, is just impacting lives. And then my other main goal is to pretty much be the most effective leader in the military that I could possibly be. I kind of touched on that earlier, but pretty much everything that I do is geared towards reaching those two goals.
Awesome. Biggest accomplishment and biggest failure?
Okay, so I would say my biggest accomplishments would definitely be my, getting my degree from Marist. In terms of education, something I've never really been somebody who loves school. I know it sounds cliche. Most people don't really like school, but like, I did not like to sit down and study. I like to read, but studying for I used to get, test anxiety, essay anxiety. I just did not like school. So graduating from Marist was a very, very big accomplishment for me, just in terms of, the personal issues I knew I dealt with throughout college. Also, my commission into the military was a really big accomplishment for me, because for the past 4 years, I've basically been doing a lot of training, a lot of waking up at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, sometimes even like 3 in the morning to do crazy workouts for the military, where we're, walking 12 miles with a 40-pound sack on our back is just an example. So getting that, that commission, getting my second lieutenant bar pinned on me was a huge, huge accomplishment. And also my personal trainer certification was a huge accomplishment for me, because that basically gives me the legal right to start, actually pursuing my dream of impacting lives. And for failures, I would say my biggest failure was listening to the people that doubted me when I first started pursuing my fitness journey and my personal training journey. So like I kind of touched on earlier, I started this little fitness page that I've had going on now. I started when I was, graduating high school. So I was a senior, and around that time, not too many people had fitness pages just yet. So people were like, what in the world is this? I got made fun of a lot for it. Like, I didn't really take it to heart at first, but people were talking about it a little bit, making fun of it. So I kind of put it on the back burner. I didn't really pursue it as much as I should have. And not until I would say the last 2 years, I started actually taking it really seriously. So from the time I started it to about probably towards the end of my sophomore year of college, so almost 2 years, it actually took for me to really get it going. And I kind of wish I would have started working at it really hard when I first made it, rather than waiting 2 years and, taking what people were saying about me to heart. Because the point I'm at now with it, I could have been at 2 years ago. And who knows, 2 years from now, I could have been at that point right now. So, it's tough to say what really would have happened, but I definitely consider that my biggest failure was taking that to heart.
Gotcha. Well, congratulations on your accomplishments.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Next question is, what is some advice you would tell your younger self?
I would definitely say follow your heart no matter what. It's kind of piggybacks on what I was just talking about. Like, no matter what you're doing, whether, you're training for, you're trained to be a fitness influencer, you're trained to be a professional athlete, a doctor, whatever it is, no matter what you're pursuing, people are always going to judge you. People are always going to talk about you. Like, that kind of stuff is just unavoidable. So what you really need to do is just learn how to close that out, and just know that there's an end state, and just focus on that end state 24/7. And, stay close to the people that do support you, and the people that don't support you and that want to talk about you. Those are the kind of people that, you need to just leave in the past. So definitely just follow your heart no matter what.
Some good advice.
Thank you.
Biggest lesson learned?
Definitely that life goes by a lot faster than you think, and that really every single second counts. So there's two ways to look at that. You can either, understand that because life, everything comes to an end, start pursuing stuff like crazy, or you can just learn how to manage all of that time properly. Because, everybody always loves to say, and I love to say it too, that life is a gift. So you have to be able to balance, your passion and pursuing your goals, but also, know how to spend enough time enjoying yourself, spending time with family, loved ones, friends. So just being able to kind of balance that and understand that no matter what, like every single second that you have counts, and that if you don't start taking the steps towards bettering yourself and bettering your life, before you know it, there's not going to be time left.
That was deep.
Yeah,
That was so deep. That was good.
it got a little deep, but I mean, that's kind of something I think about all the time. I mean, it's the truth though. And once you like, wrap your head around it, everything kind of, falls into place, I guess.
Yeah. So then diving into community, tell me a little bit about your community, and then what problems you see within your community.
So in my community in Walk Hill specifically, and I guess the surrounding towns, I would say we're pretty tightly knit here. There's a lot of community events that go on. Most of the surrounding towns around me, a lot of people my age, a lot of grown-ups, younger kids, we all know each other because everybody, plays sports together. People are always, going to the gym. Like I have friends that I talk to every single day at the gym that I did not go to high school with, did not go to college with, but I met them at the gym, and now I consider them some of my closest friends. So that's what I like about specifically this area, the 845 in general, is everybody kind of knows each other, and you're always bound to meet more people, and you're always bound to have more connections with people than you realize. Like I became good friends with somebody at the gym, and I found out that we played football against each other for 4 straight years. So it's just like little things like that. But some of the biggest issues that I've seen, and this is mostly stuff I've viewed via social media, because we know, social media is such a big platform nowadays. So a lot of the issues that come out about our community and about society are evident on social media. And the 2 biggest things I would say are mental health and also bullying, especially in the fitness industry. I personally have not had many experiences with bullying, but I've noticed on social media, a lot of people, going behind people's backs or commenting, hurtful things on people's posts or whatnot. And especially in the gym culture and in the fitness community, like I hate seeing that because there's so many people that want to get into it, but are just too intimidated by the gym or think that the fitness industry in general is harsh. So that's one of the biggest things that, I've noticed and that I would love to try to make an impact on, is just creating a better environment for people. And that also goes perfectly hand in hand with, mental health. A lot of people go to the gym for their mental health because, working out, fitness in general, just getting in shape is such a positive thing towards your mental health. And for the fitness industry to come off as harsh or come off as having a lot of bullying can just be a huge detriment to a lot of people's mental health. So those are really the 2 biggest issues that I've noticed.
Absolutely. And I think that, for us, one of our, top 5 awarenesses is anxiety. And there's just so many different forms and trigger points for different people that I think that you would definitely fit best as far as like our event to rep out for anxiety.
Sure.
Especially just because you brought up the point of like mental health is a serious thing, especially now. Like it was obviously, prevalent before COVID, but now it's even worse, I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
COVID has made everybody know exactly what mental health is.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So my last kind of conclusion statement would be like, do you have anything else you'd like to add? The floor is yours.
I guess I'm just really excited to kind of work with a lot of like-minded people toward fixing issues that obviously I'm very passionate about. And we talked a little bit about mental health here towards the end, and I'm a very big advocate towards improving mental health. So I'm really excited to be able to work with people towards, improving a lot of issues under that topic. And that's really it.
I lied. I have one more question.
Okay, go for it.
How do you think you fit in like with Get Right Results, and like essentially like our mission and what we're going for?
So I think I'll be a very good resource when it comes to doing fundraisers, because I've had experience in the past doing stuff like that. And also, I know we talked a little bit about how I'll have opportunity to kind of speak my mind on certain topics and whatnot. And, you know, I've done a lot of speaking in the past, through whether it's through the Army, through college, or even just through social media. Like I've done a few podcasts here and there where I just talk about, you know, questions that I get. So, and obviously you can tell based on this interview that I love to talk my head off.
Me
So,
too.
so I'm just excited to be able to basically speak my mind and talk about a lot of issues that come up, and, you know, just be able to talk to people, interact. That's what I love to do.
Awesome. Well, I am excited to have you on the team.
Thank you.
And thank you for your time on this interview.